Bris, firstly, the Tommy Watson, what's the update on the Tommy? I suspect it's probably not good news.
No. Should be 2 months to recover properly with his ankle and his knee. So it was a big impact. He could have scored, but at the end it was not a very strong injury, but enough to be out of the pitch for 2 months.
Yeah. And that is a blow. I mean, undoubtedly, isn't it?
Sorry?
That's a blow, a big blow for you.
Yeah, for sure, because we need all players on the pitch, and Tommy did well, and started very well with the team. Now he has to wait, so it's a part of the journey of a career to face with these problems, especially in the championship with massive intensity in duels, and when you have to repeat games, and it's obviously risky, and he needs time to recover now. I don't want to think it's an interesting experience, because it's not always positive, but sometimes you just have to deal with it. Yeah.
And for Tommy himself, I suspect. I mean, how have you spoken to him? How is he in himself? Because just as he's come into the team at 18 and done so well, to have this setback, it can't be easy for him to take that in.
Yes, it's only 2 months. It could have been worse, because sometimes you can face with a 6-month injury, and it's really different. Just a reminder that everything is fragile, and I don't think you could face differently with the situation. Sometimes it's possible because of your lifestyle, the way you can recover, and so on. It was just unlucky, maybe, and now you have to face with it. Yeah.
So, in terms of the implications for you in the team, have you thought through now who the likely replacement is on that left wing? I mean, we know Isidore obviously can play wide left, and you can probably put Moyenda then in his natural position up front. Adil Ashish is another that's come in and played that position, and even maybe an outside bet, but Nasri Rusin can play there. So do you feel that you've got the options to cover for those few months?
Yes, I think so. We'll find a solution. Don't have the choice. We'll find something. And because we have many young players, we spoke about it before, we know that we can discover many things, because they are so young. Probably they don't know how they can be good in many different options. So we'll have to find out new solutions, and I think we'll find something. I don't think something new, because we have the options in our mind, and we'll see for Swansea.
And for Swansea, in terms of, I know we've talked about this the last couple of weeks, and the number of chances you're creating but you're not converting them, may give you the opportunity to try something different.
We'll have it's mandatory, because we will change our lineup, so it's the first change, and then I think football is like that. Sometimes you can be very accurate, very clinical, and you don't know why for a long period. Maybe it could last 6 weeks, 8 weeks. We don't know. It's different, and I think stability is still a key. Consistency is still a key, because if we don't create chances, I can be worried and have many other concerns. But at the minute, we are still dominant in many different environments. It was at Millwall, it was at Sheffield, it was at home twice, and we created many chances without scoring a lot of goals. But the foundations are still strong, and I think football is like that. Sometimes it's always unpredictable, and the most difficult part of the pitch is still the final third. So keep going, and probably we have to work a little more in this final third during the training session, when we have training sessions. It was the case this morning, and to be probably more creative, to refine the game model in that final third, because if we can create chances, for me, it's the best point for our team.
Luke O'Neill, he presumably will be available at the weekend. I know he was ill, so there's a fair chance he'll be okay, will he, for Swansea?
Yes, probably, yeah.
And the dilemma then is, I mean, I think the only games he's missed has been through suspension and now illness, and I think a lot of people feel he's a sort of integral part of the team. Does that present you with a dilemma as well now?
It's a good problem for me. It's a good problem with 6 games in 3 weeks. So we know that we need depth in the squad. Sometimes you can start, and sometimes you can be on the bench and come into the pitch later. And the other game you can start. I think a good team who wants to be competitive in a long league like the Championship, we need 6-7 players able to play. Sometimes you are in the starting 11, sometimes not, but you have to accept the competition to give an extra power for the team. And if it's possible to manage the situation properly, I think it will be the case, because the players understand that we want to achieve something collectively, and it's not a question of just an individual project. It's a good problem for me and for the team, I think.
And in terms of, you talked about the number of games coming up over the next sort of month and a half, you've got, in some ways, a little bit of a calm before the storm, because you've got Swansea then a week before Norwich, before you suddenly get this sudden rush of games within days of each other. Is next week an important week in that sense, in terms of rest, recuperation, just giving the players an opportunity to get their breath back, if you like?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think we like playing many games, so it's the first idea. If you want to be a top player in that sport, you know that we'll have to manage maybe 50 games per season, 55, or even 60 games. So it's not unusual. And because the team is young, it's like a new experience, probably, for many of them, but it's not a big problem. And the way to manage this properly, this period, is always the same. You need to recover properly, so your lifestyle has to be the right one, according to your objectives, and on the pitch you have to be efficient. And I think collectively we are efficient, but if we can score our chances, probably the scenario of the games should be different as well. So it's only the only part we have to manage a little bit more properly, I think.
I'm looking forward to your trip to Wales. Wales and Breton, I think they share a lot in common. Not that you'll see much of it.
No, I don't. Just hotel, stadium, and then back home.
Does that seem? I mean, sometimes that seems a little strange to you. It's sort of show and go everywhere you go, and you're new to this country, and yet you're not actually seeing much of it.
At least I know the stadiums now, and the atmospheres in the stadiums.
And Swansea City, I mean, your thoughts on them are a little bit like Bristol City, I think, in terms of their recent form, but you saw the problems at Bristol.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, Swansea is a different team, I think, because they like having the ball. They put a high pressure on the ball carrier. It will be a tough game again, but with a different style of play and new problems to solve, probably. But I'm really excited by that game and the Norwich game and so on, because it's still a new experience. We were dominant with the ball, and probably it would be a little bit different. So we'll see how we will solve that problem.
What do you think is missing when it comes to scoring goals? Is it a lack of understanding? Is it a lack of skill? Is it a lack of luck?
Luck, I don't know. It's still difficult to hope and to count about luck, but probably young teams are always like that. You need time to have a constant work rate in the final third. For example, PSG, I'm really connected with French football, and PSG is playing very well, but in Champions League they have a real big lack of efficiency, and they are not clinical. And one day to another day, they can score. Now it's 3-0. Before it was 0-0. And with young teams and young squads, and I think this part of the pitch is probably the most difficult, but for everyone. But because they need to experience many different contexts, and that part of the pitch where the defense is so close, the goal so short, so small, the accuracy and the efficiency are the key, and every teams are waiting, searching for this kind of players. So we have to build this new skill, and it takes time.
And is it hard to build that skill when the games are coming thick and fast, you don't have a lot of time on the training pitch?
Yes, it's a part of the process. The reality is the game. So the more you play game, probably the more you can gain experiences with an immediate result. When you train, it's a little bit different. But with experiences, we use a lot video analysis, and I think it's really important as well to reinforce what we are doing well, and we did well to unbalance the opponent team. Now it's a question of connection with probably the player who cross and the players who can receive these crosses, and the final skill is to shoot or just to make an header, I don't know. And this connection is, we have many opportunities now. We have to just adjust this final connection, I think.
Yeah. The only way to experience the game is to play the game, and
Yes.
it's hard to recreate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So probably the best way to improve that part is to play again and to create more chances. Maybe you can be frustrated again, 1 game, 2 games, or 3 games, but at the end, I'm sure with the quality we have, we'll change the dynamic.